this is now 3 full revolutions, and once I landed on 3 full revolutions, none of them need adjusted anymore. The lifters really scare a lot of people, and a lot of people believe that it's really complicated to do these. I stumbled upon a video that was made 6 years ago by Vice Grip Garage. I think Derek at Vice Grip Garage. And he's been a big inspiration for my entire build. And then just recently I stumbled upon another video that was verbatim Derek's video, but the guy didn't give Derek any credit. And so I'm giving Derek credit. This is a phenomenal idea that his dad taught him. And I'm going to show you just how easy this really is to set these. So I already started with the first 3 cylinders, which is 6 different rockers. And I checked the lash on your push rod. Okay, so you see these ones are locked in place. They're not moving. That one moved just a touch. So I can tighten it down just a little bit. And now it's not moving at all. That one, just barely moving. So tighten it down. Okay, so we're going to move on to the last 3 cylinders. And this is 6. The last 3 cylinders, there's 6 rockers, right? So I'm just installing these for the first time ever. They're super loose right now. Look, it'll just fall right off. So this is all there is to it. And if you just go to the video before this one, I've got an entire playlist. I've never built an engine in my life. I'm building this engine step by step, following the directions in the Haynes manual. And if you want to see how I installed these, the video before this will show you. Super easy. So now that they're installed, we're just going to set them. And the first step here is, well, make sure the rocker ain't going to fall off because they're that loose. And then start to you just spin the push rod on the back side here. And it'll just spin freely until you get to a point where it won't. I'll show you from the other side too. And just spin it, spin it, spin it. It doesn't matter if we're on top dead center or anything, by the way. I didn't do anything before this. The engine's the way that it was. We're working our way down. That's all there is to it. So just spin this and tighten it until it no longer will spin. And, you know, just stop right when it stops to spin. Oh, there it is. It stopped. Just like that. So there's no lash in that one. And we'll move on to the next one. We know there's going to be like a few spins here because it's just so loose, but okay. So now we'll start to check the lash. I've never done this in my life, but by watching Derek's video, I'm confident that it's going to work exactly the way it should. Just like the rest of this. I've never built an engine before, but if you follow the directions, stand on the shoulders of all the giants before you. See that one? It stopped moving. So now we'll move on to this one. And all we're going to do, we're going to go through all of them like this. And then we'll rotate. I put the harmonic balancer on so I can easily rotate the engine. We'll just go... Did he say a quarter turn or 3/4? It don't even matter. Oh, 90 degrees. Derek goes 90 degrees. It doesn't even matter. You could go 30 degrees. You could go 25 degrees. Whatever you want. He goes 90 degrees at a time until he's turned the harmonic balancer 3 times, which would be turning the entire revolution 3 times. And so you get these all tight, then you go 90 degrees and go back through and make sure they're all tight again and continue to do that until you have about 3 full revolutions. This one's getting close. There it is. Next. By the way, we're in my workshop here on my homestead in the high desert of Arizona. I live in the middle of absolutely nowhere. Seriously, way out here. Been off grid for 5 years. We're on my homestead. And that's what my channel is mostly about. Right now I'm building a farm truck for my homestead. And if you want to learn more about that, I've got about 700 videos on how I started a frugal homestead with next to nothing. I literally wrote the book on how to start a homestead with next to nothing. And there's a free ultimate guide to off-grid living on my website, so you can get a real good taste of, you know, I'll basically tell you everything I know for free. And then if you love that, you can go get my books and they'll tell you even more. All right, we're getting there on that one. Yep, that's it on that one. Just these two last rockers we got to get tightened up. These old engines are really quite easy to work on, and man, it's been a lot of fun. I'm going to back that one off. I might have missed the spot where I... Yeah, okay, so just a little tighter now. Yeah, there we go. Okay, last one here. Then we'll give the harmonic balancer a spin. Something that Derek said that's kind of cool is, you know, this will work on your Chevy, your Ford, or whatever. And it's just the easiest way, because what if you get a phone call? That one's good. What if you get a phone call and you got to walk away? You can leave and come back and just make sure they're all ready before you do the rotation, you know, and it's just that easy. So here's a closer look. You see, these won't spin anymore. They spun freely. These were rackety. You know, it's tightened enough until this no longer freely spins between your fingers. Now we're going to grab onto the harmonic balancer and we're going to go 90 degrees. So this is, see the top dead center mark? It's not top dead center, but that's what the mark is. And so if we rotate it to here, that's 90 degrees and we'll go back through them. So let's do that. So rotate that engine. It's not easy, is it? If I'm going to keep building these engines, I'll have to get the socket that goes on there to make this real easy. There we go. That's about 90 degrees. Okay. I'll give you a different angle this time, and we'll see what we got. This is, like I said, my first time ever, so I'll bet. See, some of these are perfectly fine. Oh, that one's loose. Uh-oh. I'm just going to tighten that down until it doesn't spin anymore. So this one, we're getting rid of that lash again. Once we're done getting all of these done with 3 revolutions, then we'll set the preload. Okay, so our mark is right here, so we want it to be about right there. Yeah, it's about right. And we'll go ahead and go down the way again. Tight, tight. Oh, that's a little loose. There it is. Tight. This one's a little loose. Okay, this is the last time I need to do this now. So we're going to come up to here about. Okay. Might have to repaint that a little bit. Touch it up a little. I put like 6 coats on that harmonic balancer. Okay. I've been cheating, and I started doing like, well, I guess I've been doing more like 33 degrees. But this is our third revolution. We got one more move to make, and we should be done. Yeah, they're definitely getting tighter where there's less necessary adjustments. Okay, last one here. Apparently so. So although I'm not very good at mathing, and I did 33 degrees, we still wound up with 3 full revolutions, and everything's fine. Wow. What do you know? Look at that. It's right exactly like, just exactly like he explained. This is now 3 full revolutions, and once I landed on 3 full revolutions, none of them need adjusted anymore. It's exactly like he said it would be. And so to set the preload, all we're going to do is give these 3/4 of a turn. And just look in your book for the exact specs for yours, but mine is 3/4 turn, and so we can go, let's see here, we can go half and then 3/4 and just go down the line. So this is half and that's 3/4. Yeah, they're getting a lot tighter. Okay, this is half. No matter how you cut it, 3/4. I've done it every way you can now. All right, half and then 3/4. This is half and 3/4. That one feels like it was easier to get there, but it's tight. Half and 3/4. So half and 3/4. Okay, these last two. And there it is. I've got every bit of faith that that's the correct way to do it. Thank you, Derek. Oh, I'll put a link down below, guys, so you can go check out Derek at Vice Grip Garage. All that just so that I can turn the engine upside down and access a bolt in the timing. Well, I put a bolt into the timing pan and it busted off in the block. It must just be an old stretched bolt. So now I can tap that out and move on. And here in the upcoming videos, well, I'll be fully assembling this and throwing it into the truck and giving it its very first start. So subscribe if you'd like to learn more about my homestead, or check out this playlist right here. You can watch this build from the beginning. You gotta be kidding me. Look at that.